Hello, here's how to get good credit fast. Quite simply, two words, good trade lines. Now, if you're just starting out and you're trying to establish your credit, a trade line is simply a credit account, such as a credit card or a car payment, or obviously a mortgage. That's what a trade line is if you're just starting out. But the way to get good credit fast is by adding good trade lines to your credit files. Uh, you want to make sure that it's a good trade line because adding a negative trade line would have a negative effect. So you want good trade lines. There are basically three ways to add good trade lines to your credit files. The first way is you can ask a family member, close family member, or a close friend to add you on as an authorized user. And the second way is you can do it yourself. It's really not that complicated at all to do it yourself, DIY. And the third way is you can hire an individual that knows how to do it or a company that knows how to do it. Now, you have to be careful with that because there are some companies that will scam you out of your money and not add you on a good trade line. So you want to be cautious. So go to someone that you've done a little research about and get your trade line. You want to make sure, once again, that it's a good trade line. You don't want a bad trade line, you want a good one. Okay. It only takes approximately 30 to 45 days, depending upon when the trade line is due. And you won't have access to the good trade line. That's someone else's trade line, but you will have access to them reporting it to the credit bureaus and showing that you have good credit with that trade line. Now, it really doesn't matter. Well, it matters to a point if you have negative things on your credit files. But the way to get good credit is, you can increase your FICO scores simply by adding good trade lines to your credit files. Then, after you do that, then you can work on uh, having the negative items removed from your credit files. So that's the way to get good credit fast is by adding good trade lines to your credit files. So, yeah, I don't know if you want to ask a close family member to add you on their good trade line because that's a personal thing, your credit. And but so the best way, is to actually have an individual or a company to purchase a good trade line from. And as I mentioned before, you can do it yourself. And it's not that complicated at all. You can do it yourself, but that's how you get good credit fast is by adding good trade lines to your credit files. There should be a link to a website of a company that's been doing it over 10 years successfully. It's getgoodcreditfast.weebly dot com. That's goodcreditfast.weebly.com. Or just get good credit fast, probably in the very near future. I wanted to put this video up as soon as possible because there are people that need good credit. There are over 80 million people in the country that are credit credit crippled, basically disabled, I should say. So there are a lot of people that need good credit and they need it fast. So go ahead and get a good trade line added to your credit files by purchasing, or it's actually leasing, but everybody says selling or buying a trade line, but you're actually leasing it because when you get added as an authorized user for a trade line, if unless it's a family member or whomever, they usually just report for 2 cycles, which is 60 days. The cycle is 30 days, so that's you want to make sure that you know where you're getting the good trade line. Okay, that's how you get good credit fast is by adding good trade lines to your credit files. Thank you for stopping by, and I do wish you well.